Hey guys, in this video, let's see how to create a 3D ghost mannequin effect, or mannequin-free clothing images, using the Flux.2 Klein 9B model. For this, we will need a Lora called Flux.2 Klein Ghost Mannequin. The download link for the Lora is available in the description. Open the link, and you will see a page like this. To make sure the Lora works properly, we need to use the trigger word found on this page, which is 3D Ghost Mannequin. To download the Lora, click on the Files and Versions tab. You can find the Lora files here. There are 3 versions available, each trained with a different number of steps. I'll be using 3D Ghost Mannequin Rank 256 Safet tensors. Decide which Lora you want to use and click the download button to get it. Now, let's see where to place the Lora inside ComfyUI. Let's start by opening the Downloads folder. Then, let's open the ComfyUI folder. Open the Models folder, then find and open the Loras folder. This is where we put the Ghost Mannequin Lora. As you can see, I have already placed it here. Now, let's close the file manager and switch to ComfyUI. I've already created a workflow for this, which you can download from the description. For this workflow to work, you'll need 2 custom node packs, ComfyUI KJNodes and ComfyUI SAM3 for isolating cloths from images. Let's get a basic understanding of this workflow. I assume you already know how to use the Flux2 Klein 9B model in ComfyUI, so let's focus on the major parts of this setup. Let's zoom in on the Load Lora node. This is the node we use to load the Ghost Mannequin Lora, and it's placed between the Load Diffusion Model node and the KSamper. I'm using a strength of 0.4. I suggest experimenting with different strength values to see how they affect the generation, but I find that 0.4 works best most of the time. Next is the positive prompt. You can see I've added the trigger word at the beginning, followed by additional text to refine the clothing's appearance. I've also included details about the background and the shadows to make the final output look even better. Next, for the KSamper settings, I am using the same configuration as my previous Flux2 Klein 9B videos. You can see a result I already generated here, and it looks pretty good. Now, let's focus on the bottom section of the workflow, the Load and Extract Clothing group. This is where we load images and isolate the cloths. To load an image, use the Load Image node within this group. Let's choose a different image. I'll go to my Pictures folder, so let's choose this photo, or maybe let's select this image containing multiple shirts. The output of the Load Image node is connected to the Image Scale to Total Pixels node. Currently, the megapixels value is set to 2.0, which resizes the incoming image to 2 megapixels. You can lower this value if you need a lower resolution. The output then connects to several nodes: Get Image Size, which sets the generation resolution, and the SAM3 text segmentation node, which isolates the clothing. The SAM3 text segmentation node is part of the ComfyUI SAM3 custom node pack. In this node, you enter a text prompt for the object you want to extract. I've entered shirt. However, if an image contains multiple similar objects, isolation can be difficult. To fix this, we use the SAM3 bbox collector node. By selecting this node and clicking the play button at the top, the image loaded in the Load Image node will be loaded into the SAM3 bbox collector. Then we can draw a rectangle to ensure only objects within that area are isolated. I only want the green shirt, so I'll draw a rectangle around it using the left mouse button. If you make a mistake, just click Clear All and try again. This creates a positive box. If you need a negative box to exclude an area, hold Shift while drawing. To improve the isolation even further, we can update the prompt in the SAM3 text segmentation node to green shirt. This helps the SAM3 model pinpoint the object more accurately. The SAM3 text segmentation node produces a mask, which is then combined with the original image using the Draw Mask on Image node. This is part of the ComfyUI KJNodes pack. The output from the Draw Mask on Image is sent to the VAE encode node to transform the image into a latent, which then goes to the reference latent node. That node combines the latent with the text conditioning and sends it to the KSamper for processing. To refine the mask from the SAM3 text segmentation node, we use the Grow Mask with Blur node, also from the KJNodes pack. Here, you can use the Expand option to grow or shrink the mask. If your mask contains unnecessary holes, you can use the Fill Holes option to fix them. However, the use of this feature depends on the object you are isolating. Sometimes you will need to set this to False. Right now, let's set it to True. Now, instead of running the whole workflow, Let's run this preview image node to see how the object isolation looks. So here is the result. Well, the mask is not completely perfect. It does have some issues. Maybe I should change the expand value to -2. Then, let's run the preview image node again. Well, I think that's okay now. Now that we have isolated the green shirt, let's go to the positive prompt and make some changes. When you use different cloths, always replace the cloth name mentioned in the positive prompt with the cloth name you're going to use for the generation. So, let's replace t-shirt mentioned in this prompt with the word shirt. Now we are ready. Let's run the workflow and see the result. So, the generation is complete. Let's take a look at the result. It's pretty good. The shirt is floating in the air as if someone is wearing it, and we got some nice-looking shadows. Using this method, we can create many ghost mannequin images featuring different clothes. There is one thing to note. It's not completely perfect yet, and right now the Lora supports only one object at a time. However, you can try improving the prompt to generate a shirt and pants together, or combine other clothing items. Still, it's a nice Lora to have. So guys, try the Lora and the workflow, and let me know what you think about this video. Thanks for watching. See you soon with another video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.